Hmm. I wonder if he uploaded. I haven't seen him upload in a while. Year. It's been a year. I wonder if he's coming back. I have returned, my son. Where have you been? I came back when you needed me the most. And I brought back the milk. You get ready for the next battle. Let me run your fade. Quarters up, hands down. It's the Juice K. Hey, how's it going? Welcome back to the Juice K. It's your boy Winston. It's been a hot minute, hasn't it? I don't want to ramble on about what I've been up to. It's been, life, work, home, family, all that stuff. I do a lot of commuting, like 2 hours in the morning, 2 hours in the evening. So there hasn't been allotted me a lot of time. Admittedly, there's been times where I could have made videos, but I'd rather chill. But this is one of those times where, you know what? I'm going to put my foot down and start making a video. But I don't want to dawdle too long. Let's just get right to the clips and right to the topics. So check it out. Alright, our first topic. The developers at NetherRealm Studios, the creators of Mortal Kombat 1, not Mortal Kombat, the first one, but Mortal Kombat 1 for the new gen. I know, it's kind of confusing, but they decided to release some Halloween stuff for their store, And amongst the things that they released for the store, one of those things is a Halloween fatality, a Halloween themed fatality. And people online are kind of a little upset about the cost of this fatality. This Halloween themed fatality costs 1,200 Dragon Crystals, which is their in-game currency for Mortal Kombat 1. And if you see here, 1,200 crystals equates to about $13. Though not as egregious as some other games, like a big one that comes to mind is Diablo 4. Diablo 4 is $100 base. It's a $100 base game. Worst case scenario, you're an actual fan, and you decide to shell out the extra cash for the Ultimate Edition. The Ultimate Edition is $120, $130, and inside that $120 game, $130 game, they also have $40 skins, and that's a singular skin, which I think is so outrageous to charge for one singular skin. Now that's not to discredit the actual work that goes into making these skins for the artists and the programmers and whatnot. They did a fantastic job. The skins look quality for Diablo 4. It's just that for it to earn like 40 of your hard-earned Canadian dollars, I don't think it's worth that much. It's kind of outrageous to think that you would pay $100 for a game and then have to shell out, not have to, you don't have to buy these things. You don't have to buy skins and what have you. But if you want if you want to shell out the money, you'd have to spend like half $100 to get one particular skin for yourself. I think that's a bit ridiculous on top of the $100 game. Sorry for the tangent. I'm getting a little miffed about this. Anyways, I think paying $13 for a single fatality is not, I think it's a bit crazy, in all honesty. You already spent $100 for the game and they expect you to shell out $13 more for a single fatality, which if I'm not mistaken, it costed nothing for them to implement friendships into Mortal Kombat 11. That was across the cast. And that was like, what, 30 or so characters? 30? I'm not sure. Actually, I'm going to check. Yeah, Mortal Kombat 11 has 37 characters complete. That's aftermath and everything. So the fact that they gave that for free, but are willing to charge $13 for this one single Halloween fatality. And don't get me wrong, it's a really creative fatality. I like how it looks. It's a quality fatality, but is it $13 quality? And that's also on top of Mortal Kombat 10 MKX. They gave, if I'm not mistaken, classic fatalities to you for free also, and that's not across the cast, but that they offered that to some of the characters and they gave that to you for free. So it's just weird. It's a weird decision for them to start charging for something like this when they, I don't want to say historically haven't done it before. Shout out to the actual artists and developers that actually implemented the fatality and created it. It looks really good. It's a very quality fatality. It's just that, again, they're not seeing residuals from this stuff, and there's no reason for it to cost that much, especially when it's implemented inside a $100 game. I personally think that this is a pretty low blow for NetherRealm. I know the well of microtransactions and DLC has been poisoned for a very long time now, and I know that people are going to be okay with the way things are now. But I can't help but feel the way companies overcharge for cosmetics, or in this case, a way to end the match or finish your opponent, is a bit egregious. This paints them in a very bad light, and this is something MK fans are going to remember for a very long time. Now, this almost makes me as upset as when my favorite video game company decided that $15 for a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle skin was acceptable. I know the decision comes from higher ups, but still, it's disappointing. All in all, NetherRealm, come on, do better. Now for our next topic. Now, if you somehow didn't know because you actually touch grass and have a life, or if you're not part of the FGC, whatever the reason is, the trailer for Omni-Man dropped about 2 weeks ago. I've already seen it, but I'll throw up some screenshots and gameplay so you can see it for yourself. I just wanted to offer about how I feel how he was implemented into the game, and from what I can see from this trailer, he looks like he was translated very well. But however, there's something, I can't put my finger on it, there's something really odd about his suit. It looks really rubbery or plasticky. I guess it makes sense in the comics. It'd have to be that way for it to fit the character, right? I mean, if we're talking about it quote unquote realistically. But I don't know, something about the texture that they use for the suit just looks really rubbery and odd. Honestly, it's a non-issue, and I don't really think much about it, but I just can't put my finger on it. Anywho, his gameplay looks about as well as you'd expect. He's grabbing Punch Man. It's the best way I can explain it to you. NetherRealm was really good at giving their guest characters their personalities and tools from their individual franchise. Now, spoilers if you haven't watched the end of Invincible Season 1, but Omni-Man's fatal blow is a nod to when he was fighting his son at the end of Season 1, and he was beating the ever-living dog water out of him on the mountain, like just absolutely smashing him. One of his fatalities where, again, he takes his son to a subway station and forces his head to plow through an oncoming subway car. Hurting, yeah, we'll stick with that. Hurting a ton of people before the subway collapses. And his other fatality is when he was eliminating his team at the beginning of the early on in the season, and he was crushing the speedster's skull, and he just kept crushing it until it just implodes. So that's the other fatality. And NetherRealm, kudos to you for doing that. Like, you're really on the ball and you're really in touch with what people want as, you know, a nod. But what really gets my goat is that he did that to Liu Kang. My boy, Liu Kang, he did nothing wrong. He didn't deserve any of that. Also, if you didn't know, Homelander was announced some time ago. Effectively another evil Superman if you really boil things down. My prediction for Homelander is that he's going to be more ranged based, focusing more on eye lasers. And I believe in the comics, he has this ability to shout really loudly, like deafeningly loud. So maybe they can integrate that into how his playstyle is at ranged. All in all, I just want him to play differently than Omni-Man. Now, in the end, I'm just excited to see how Omni-Man plays against the rest of the cast. Alright, now for the main topic. There's a streamer on Twitch and TikTok that goes by the name 6ARAKIN, and he was brought to my attention when a video from Kisori popped up on my YouTube recommended. So shout out to Kisori for bringing this absolute nincompoop to my attention. If you know who Low Tier God is, that's effectively who 6ARAKIN is. He is a diet, president's choice, merit selection, no-name brand version of LTG. Now, the streamer has been getting more attention recently due to his behavior during his MK1 streams. And from what I can find, he originally started on TikTok and then migrated over to Twitch, and now he simulcasts on both platforms. Now, there's another YouTuber that goes by the handle TrutherLive who went out of his way to dig up as much information about 6ARAKIN as he could. And the reason I'm bringing all this up is because I want to address the manner in which he speaks to his chat and subsequently the people he plays online in Mortal Kombat 1. Now, if the opponent does anything he disapproves of, he'll halt the stream and ask his opponent to say his name. Now, across competitive sports or competitive anything, there's always trash talking and bashing. It's to be expected, especially within the FGC. We trash talk and bash all the time, constantly. But there's certain things you don't say, and you start to encroach on a line when you say certain things to certain people, and therein lies the problem. You can't say some things towards kids. When you're playing online, and especially against an opponent which is a child, there's things you can say, and there's things you should absolutely not say. I will play a clip from TrutherLive's video to give you an example of what I'm talking about.
Okay, so this guy does this weird thing where he says, say my name, quote unquote. Essentially, if you want a rematch, you gotta call him, quote unquote, daddy, right? It's kind of this weird thing that he just does over and over. And I'll play an example right here.
Come close.
It's my first game playing game. Can I use Kenshi?
Kenshi's banned. You're gonna have to call me daddy if you want to use Kenshi.
Daddy.
But
So, as I said, this is a problem. He doesn't want you to call him by his username. He wants you to call him by this weird sexual name. And he says this to kids on a regular basis. I haven't seen all of his streams. These are just clips that I found on the internet due to YouTubers and on Twitch.
hey, yo, mute my live stream. Mute it.
Yeah, I'm watching your live stream
Yeah,
right now.
mute it. I don't want to hear it, do I?
Alright, my bad. I'll take it off right now. I better about my echo. It's my controller.
Yeah. Answer this. You gonna win?
Yeah, I'm gonna win. I'm gonna beat your ass.
Oh no. We're not gonna be disrespectful. Right. Now we're gonna go back. We're gonna go back a step.
Alright.
We're gonna go back a step. Say my name. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oi.
Wait, what happened?
Say my name. Five, 4.
Daddy.
Alright, that's good enough. Let's
Bro,
go.
this is not
I'm going to say this as clear as I possibly can. Under no circumstances you should be having kids call you daddy. There is a line and you crossed it when you did that. Now, it even gets worse. There's a point where he starts having kids bark for him on his stream. 6ARAKIN won the match, the kid wanted a rematch, and he refused to give him the rematch unless he would bark for him multiple times. Now that is entirely screwed up. The kid barked and barked and barked. He refused and continued to egg him on to bark more. And what can I say other than that's such a weirdo behavior? I am all for trash talk, but this is a problem. This is not even really trash talk. This is straight sewage. I personally want to shine a light on this dude and what a problem he's being. Now, there's no doubt that people find his toxic nature entertaining. He wouldn't have as many followers, if any followers, if that wasn't the case. And damn, I like some toxicity too once in a while. I'm part of the FGC after all. But leave the kids out of your degenerate behavior. you're not cool, you're not edgy, you're just being weird. Also, side note about how unhinged 6ARAKIN truly is. He threatened legal action against Kisori for his video, the criticism and the lighthearted jokes that were in it. That doesn't show insecurity, then I don't know what else does. I highly recommend checking out Kisori's videos for the more comedic aspect of how idiotic this streamer is, and I highly recommend checking out TrutherLive's video for the more damaging aspect of this streamer's gimmicks. I will link both in the description. If you made it to the end, thanks for watching the video. Like, subscribe, comment. I want to have a conversation with you guys in the chat, whether it be about how to improve the video quality, how to improve the audio quality, about the topics that we've discussed. Are you hyped for Omni-Man? Are you disappointed about how much this fatality costs? Let me know below. And until next time, have fun, guys.